Last Wednesday, an 81-year-old woman in Ohio opened her banking app at 6 in the morning, the same time she checks it every month, and saw a number that made her stomach drop. 0 new deposits. Her Social Security payment, the same amount that has landed in the same account on the same day for over 16 years, was simply not there. She had not changed her bank, she had not requested anything different, she had not spoken to anyone claiming to be from the government. Her money was sent on time by Social Security, traveled through the electronic system exactly as designed, and arrived in a bank account she has never seen, in a state she has never visited, because someone she will never meet changed her deposit information without her knowledge, and without a single notification reaching her phone, her email, or her mailbox. That woman is not a cautionary tale about being careless on the internet. She is the direct result of a policy change that has quietly made every single Social Security recipient in America more vulnerable than they were 2 years ago. And if you are watching this right now, whether you collect benefits yourself or love someone who does, what you learn in the next few minutes could be the only thing standing between your money and someone who already knows how to take it. Here is what happened at the federal level that made this possible. The government has officially completed its transition to mandatory electronic payments for virtually all benefit recipients. Fewer than 1% of Social Security beneficiaries still receive paper checks, and the stated objective is 0 paper checks by the end of 2026. The logic is statistically sound. Social Security data shows paper checks are approximately 16 times more likely to be lost, stolen, altered, or returned undeliverable compared to electronic transfers. Eliminating them saves hundreds of millions annually and removes a massive category of physical risk. But the consequence nobody explained clearly enough is this. When paper checks no longer exist as a backup, your bank routing information becomes the only path your money can travel. If that information is correct, you get paid. If it is wrong or compromised, your money vanishes into whatever account the system has on file, and there is no secondary delivery method standing by to catch the error. That single reality transformed direct deposit details from a convenience preference into the most critical piece of financial data in a retiree's life. Criminals understood this shift before most beneficiaries did. The Social Security Administration's Inspector General describes the current scam architecture using 4 phases called the 4 Ps. First is pretend, where a caller impersonates a Social Security employee using spoofed caller ID that displays a legitimate government number. Second is problem or prize, where they fabricate either a crisis with your account or an unclaimed benefit requiring activation. Third is pressure, where they create false urgency, demanding immediate response to prevent suspension or legal action. Fourth is payment, where they extract your Social Security number, date of birth, bank account number, routing number, or all of them. What makes this generation of scams uniquely dangerous is that criminals often do not want to pull money from your account directly. They want your banking details so they can submit a deposit change through Social Security's own systems, rerouting your future payments to an account they control. You discover the theft only when payday comes and your balance does not move. By then, the money has already landed elsewhere, frequently already withdrawn, and recovery is neither fast nor guaranteed. These operations have been transformed by artificial intelligence. Voices on scam calls now sound natural, patient, and professionally calm. Emails replicate government letterhead with pixel-perfect accuracy. Physical letters mimic official correspondence so convincingly that only trained investigators can distinguish them. The old red flags of broken grammar and robotic speech are vanishing. Today's scams sound exactly like a routine government interaction, which is why knowing the absolute rules of real Social Security communication matters more than ever. The real Social Security Administration will never call without prior written notice and demand immediate action. They will never threaten arrest or benefit suspension during an unsolicited call. They will never request payment via gift cards, cryptocurrency, wire transfers, or mailed cash. They will never tell you to keep the call secret. They will never ask your full Social Security number during an outbound call because they already have it. And they will never require payment to activate your cost of living adjustment, which happens automatically. Any violation of any single rule means the contact is fraudulent. The response is absolute. End the interaction, find the official number independently, and call back on your own terms. One additional change amplifies the danger. Direct deposit updates that once took up to 30 days to process now take effect in as little as 1 business day. Faster processing is convenient for legitimate changes, but equally fast for fraudulent ones. If a criminal submits altered routing information, the redirect can activate before your next payment with almost no detection window. This is why creating a My Social Security account on the official government website is now essential. Once active, any change attempt triggers an immediate alert to you. Unauthorized modifications are caught in hours instead of weeks. The account also prevents criminals from establishing a fraudulent identity in your name because that space is already occupied. Setup takes 15 to 20 minutes with help from a trusted family member and provides years of passive protection. For those without bank accounts, the Direct Express prepaid debit card loads your payment electronically on schedule without requiring a traditional account. For those who genuinely cannot use electronic payments, a documented waiver process allows continued paper delivery in limited approved circumstances. Understanding the mechanics protects your awareness. Building habits protects your money. The difference between knowing about a threat and actually stopping it comes down to a few simple routines that cost nothing and take almost no time but catch problems before they become disasters. The first habit is verifying your deposit on your exact payment date every month. Social Security follows a fixed schedule tied to your birth date. Make that date a non-negotiable calendar entry. When it arrives, check your account and confirm the deposit posted. This takes under 60 seconds. If the money is there, your security is confirmed for the month. If it is not, you have caught the problem on day one, giving you maximum advantage in reporting, investigation, and recovery before funds become irretrievable. The second habit is reviewing your My Social Security account weekly or bi-weekly for unauthorized changes. Any notification about address modifications, deposit routing updates, benefit adjustments, or contact information changes that you did not initiate should trigger an immediate call to Social Security using the official number you found independently. Never click links inside alerts. Never call numbers embedded in suspicious messages. Go to the source yourself every time. The third habit is one conversation with one trusted person. Tell a family member or close friend which bank receives your deposit. Agree that any communication requesting personal or banking information will be discussed between you before anyone responds. Establish that if either of you feels pressured during any financial interaction, the immediate response is to stop and consult each other. Scammers depend entirely on isolation. The moment a second person enters the situation, urgency collapses and manipulation fails. One aware person in your life removes the majority of your vulnerability. A real scam attempt might sound like this. Your phone shows a government-looking number. A calm voice identifies as a benefits specialist and says your Social Security number has been flagged for suspicious activity. They ask you to verify your identity by providing your full number, birth date, and bank details. They sound patient and professional. Every element is fabricated. A real employee will never cold call with verification demands, never ask for a number they already possess, never request banking details during an unsolicited contact. The correct response is telling them you will call back independently, hanging up, verifying the official number yourself, and calling on your own terms. The same vigilance applies to texts claiming failed deposits and emails carrying fake benefit documents. Genuine Social Security URLs always end in .gov, with nothing unusual surrounding that domain. Extra characters, misspellings, or inserted words signal fraud. When doubt exists, click nothing. Type the official address in a fresh browser yourself. Government shutdowns and budget disputes in Congress regularly generate anxiety about payment interruptions, but Social Security is mandatory spending that has continued through every shutdown in modern history. Political standoffs are not what causes individual deposits to go missing. The real threats are personal and preventable. Outdated banking information from a closed account. Address mismatches between your bank and Social Security records. Unauthorized routing changes, submitted through social engineering. Every one of these is within your power to prevent. If a payment has already gone missing, act immediately. Call your bank to confirm whether anything was received or returned. If nothing arrived, contact Social Security the same day. Report the missing deposit. Request verification of where it was routed. File a fraud report if unauthorized changes are identified, and ask for reissuance to your correct account. Speed determines recovery outcomes. If this information prepared you for something you did not previously understand, think of one person who needs it. A parent, a neighbor, a friend who depends on that monthly deposit for everything. Send this to them today. A 2-minute message now could prevent months of financial devastation. Share your own experiences with suspicious calls or messages in the comments. Your details might be exactly what another viewer needs to recognize the same attack. Subscribe with notifications on so every future update reaches you immediately. Protect your information, verify independently, and never let manufactured urgency override your judgment. The Retirement Desk.